as you're watching tonight, try to chat, make yourself known, and no longer one of the unknown. Tonight you're going to be chatting and reviewing Hokkaido Girls Are Super Adorable. And right now, I gotta state, I want to revise the name of this anime to Sexy Over Adorable. Because this anime is not just a romance anime, but harem hidden away a little bit, disguising itself as just pure romance. It's not. It's not. All three of these girls are gonna probably fall. I can only speak for two, because we only watched 3 episodes. So, the dark-haired girl, as well as our blonde female lead. So, Mayami Fuki is our blonde female lead, and Sayori Akino would be our dark-haired lead. The only one we haven't met yet is, I believe, Rena. I think that's gonna be her name. And we have a main character named Tsubasa Hiki. The premise of the story is essentially Tsubaka from Tokyo moves up to a small town in Hokkaido and is trying to adjust to a new life that he wasn't really prepared for. And in the process, he meets this girl, Manami, and, well, I wouldn't say falls in love yet, but lusts after, definitely. And she, for the start, is a little vague on whether or not she has any feelings until he mentions he's from Tokyo. And then she's like, oh, I hear about all the big cities. I wanna know all about Tokyo. And it's like, well, I'm here living in Hokkaido now. Maybe you should teach me about Hokkaido. So, the first 2 episodes are primarily Tsubasa and Fuyuki related. And we've got a couple of clips. I will state, we are muting a few clips because of music copyright hit us last week with the Mr. Villainous anime. All this month we're going to be doing romance series or series with romance that are out this season. We won't be doing this every other month. We might just have a romance here and there, but this month we're just gonna have romance titles all this month. So if you don't want romance, you're gonna have to wait till March. Sorry. But let's get over to the screen. We'll hit the official trailer first. This is Crunchyroll's official release trailer. And we'll stop it along the way. So, here's our boy, Tsubasa. And our girl, Miyami. Sayori and Rena. Yeah, I was right, Rena. So, yeah, that's the trailer. Looks cute and wholesome to a point there. But don't be deceived. This series is definitely a teenage boy's wet dream. They don't have any nudity as of 3 episodes, but they have a lot of sexual innuendo. And yeah, we're gonna show you some clips. We've got 5 clips tonight, folks. On top of the we have the trailers one, so we have 4 other clips to go through. One that's gonna be completely muted because of the song setup, but why is that one coming up? Alright. This is going to be quite an interesting what I found. Okay. I'm not too sure what this one covers. Yeah. Sexual innuendo. See? This was in episode 2. Huge sexual innuendo. We'll get on a clip here that covers from this. That's his grandmother, Tsubaka's grandmother. And being a typical anime character and setup, yes, Tsubaka's rich. And his grandmother is more of a traditionalist, so when she meets Minami, at first she's kind of turned away. But they get a little. Minami shows a different side as she tries to train both Tsubasa and his grandmother, sort of the better ways to handle Hokkaido and its snows. Yeah. No denying what that innuendo is. Alright. I'm gonna just kind of go over. Okay, yeah. That's pretty much what we're gonna get on this clip. There's another part to this episode that we will see a little bit in another clip. Most of the clips are from episode 2. Episode 1 literally is pretty much just Tsubasa and Minami meeting at the bus stop, and then later again at school. It looked like up until episode 3, it could be just a romance anime. And I wouldn't mind it there. But come episode 3, we get introduced to Sayuri. And of course, our lovely main character of Tsubasa goes about doing things to charm Sayuri as well. And we note the real hidden title for this series is harem anime. Yep. This is a harem. I gotta say the artwork's good. The animation's limited though. I didn't see really any flaws in the 3 episodes we saw, but there's a lot of close-up and distant shots to hide mouths, to limit the animation. It does feel like the show is a little bit on a budget, which is possible. And I can't fault it if it was on a budget and that was that. Story-wise, it's just not interesting for me. This show overall, it's a tarnished gem. If you're into harem, this'll be it. Or if you're into sexy girls, this will be something for you to watch. Um, if you're into story, there's already better romance. We'll get to some later. There's one previously worse though, that we're gonna have on this list too. So yeah, this is about the middle ground. I'll give it a little higher because the innuendo was at least somewhat unique. We didn't have the things like he fell on top of her and grabbed her boobs. That's a trope in anime, or they casually just run. I mean, it's giving us unique look. That can only come from living in a situation like Hokkaido. I don't know if the series will go to summer. This series is based off the manga from Kai Ikebada. And it is in Shonen Jump Plus. Not Shonen Jump, but Shonen Jump Plus. So it's in a monthly series, I believe. And it's, like I said, it's alright. There's nothing home here to really write home about. Other than the sexual innuendo. And the very, very seductive bodies of the three, well, two of the three. Because Rena from the opening closing animations looks to be fairly normally endowed. Miyami being well endowed, and Sayori not too far from her. So, yeah, a bit jealous personally of their boobage. But, yeah. Well, let's go to another clip here. That's the AMV. We'll kind of talk a bit more. This is actually where the last clip kind of left off. Yeah, I mean, this is just showing that, yeah, Minami really cares to help out. By episode 2, there's no doubt the two like each other that way. They're kind of denying it, but she wants to be a friend. And when Sayori comes in episode 3, she's the one that wants Sayori to be a friend. She's kind of the overly friendly type. That is Minami. Sayori is the shy, kept to herself type. No telling her Rena. Yeah. It's subtle. It hits a few tropes of anime, not much refreshing. But when they get to stuff like the innuendo, it's somewhat new. So they are willing to do some new things. And it makes it enjoyable if you're into that. Me, personally, I'm not a huge harem anime fan. Of course, we'll probably be eating these words when we get to next week, which is a definite harem anime, but it's a classic. So, but yeah, this series is all right. I wouldn't be saying it's going to be a memorable anime that'll make it through the year. From the look of it, one would have guessed it would have been waifu. of the season, at least. I kind of doubt that now. We got 2 other romances that may beat out for waifu. And again, next week, we'll be hitting the OG waifu. So, in case you didn't catch on to what we're watching next week. But, yeah. Overall, Hokkaido Girls, or Gals, it's decent. I wouldn't call the other girls Garu, or the sort of high fashion, overly, make out sort of Garu gal. They're kind of in the middle. It kind of reminds me a bit of their look is kind of more like the anime Super Gals from the aught years. I don't remember the official year, but they weren't sort of that tan skin Garu that we're used to seeing in a lot of anime. So, but let's get to this clip. Shows some more innuendo, and is the beginning part of the very episode of season 2. They go on their first date. Neither of them state it's a first date, but it's a first date. And they each acknowledge in their own heads, yeah, it's first date. Yes. They did the corn dog moment. Now that's one fat corn dog, in my opinion. That is one massively chunky corn dog. Have you eaten a fair share of corn dogs? I never had one that big. I'd say I haven't had something else that was there. But if 1 and 2 represented what the entire series was about, then yes, I'd be for it. Here's one of those moments I was worried. But no, he actually catches her in a proper way. And they almost kiss. And we actually learn later that from both of them, they were willing to kiss each other. So, there's no, denying it, that they really love each other. I'm gonna let the last one sort of play in the background. This is gonna be muted. Just let it play out. So you see a bit of episode 1 here. He was stupid enough to go walking out in the snow, thinking, oh, it's only 3 miles. And it's like, no, this is Hokkaido. So yeah, sort of. Little meet up, then they meet up in school again. Here's Sayori being introduced. So I'm guessing this is episode 4. This clip just released 11 hours ago. So, but yeah. Absolutely. I'm watching some of these scenes for the first time as well. kind of question what the idea is in this one. Yeah, I mean it's looking like to be a, what do you call it? Polygamy harem, where all the sister wives get together and agree upon, let's have time with the husband. Yeah. Yeah, it's why that I have to give it a tarnished gem at best. It looks good, but there's some restrictions in the animation, and frankly, I mean, the music's good and the voice acting's great, but the story could use some work, and I think that's where it really hurts itself. Maybe later in the show it gets better. If you're into harems, or if you're into, you know, booba, this is probably gonna be made for you. I shake my own booba. Booba! Alright. That being said, next week we will be back, and we will not be doing just a review. We're going to be doing a retrospective. As we review some of the new season, I covered a little bit of what we missed last year, because it came out last year, and we're going to go way back and cover the OG anime of Urusei Yatsura. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about the OG waifu, Lum. Yep, so join us next Thursday when we chat about that. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and go out there and be the best you that you can be. Yeah, everybody.